Hey guys, uh, I'm going to be reacting to a new video from Chime Fan, where he's giving his opinions on different Woodstock chimes. So I'm gonna see which ones I agree with and which ones I don't agree with. So let's get started. Geez, 23 minutes. This is gonna be a long video.
Hey, what's up, guys? So today I'm going to be scrolling through the Woodstock Chimes website, just talking about some of the chimes, my opinions on them. I know I forget who did this. Wind Chime Lover and Mr. Christmas Lover did this video where he gave his opinion on the Woodstock chimes. So I'm going to do the same. So I'm just looking at all wind chimes right now, no particular collection. Of course, number one, Chimes of Neptune. Still selling these for the same price, but they slashed the quality and the sound
Yep.
quality in half. I think any Chimes of Neptune made in the last like 5 or 6 years.
I don't think they kept the price the same. I think they actually brought it up because I could have sworn it was cheaper than that at one point.
So 2020 on, they changed the tubes to be like extra thin, so they sound like
It probably have happened after Sullivan's took over because even though the quality was already dropping before Sullivan took over, because I think the quality has been dropping a lot since probably 2015. But I think since Sullivan's took over in 2021, it got 10 times worse. So I think it's Sullivan's. It's probably Sullivan's fault that the Chimes of Neptune doesn't sound good anymore. I think Sullivan's just completely messed this chime up.
shit now. But listen to the sound file.
That's not even the original sound file because I remember when when it was just originally the bronze and the silver. They had they both had the same sound file, but it was a really cool sound file. And then the Evergreen Chimes of Neptune came out, and that one had a different sound file. And then after the website had its crap sound file update, they gave the sound file for the Evergreen to the bronze and the silver, and the Black Teak also has that sound recording too. For some reason, the Verdigris has the original sound recording. I don't know why that is, but I'm not going to complain about that because at least that means that the original sound recording is still on the website. It's just not in the bronze or silver anymore.
That's the what the old
Don't let the Verdigris one have any original sound recording fool you because in reality it doesn't have the original sound. Once you hear it in person, you'll find that it sounds just as bad as the others.
Neptune sounds like, and they just didn't bother updating it to show what the actual sound is. But Amazing Grace Media, okay, enough of Neptune. Let's go on Amazing Grace Large. I don't know why the bronze is so much cheaper than the silver.
That is weird. What the hell? Maybe the bronze is on sale. Although it would usually say somewhere. I don't see anything say weird.
I always kind of like this chime.
Yeah, it's a good
It's a good
one.
chime. It was never like really high on my list.
I remember someone left once left a poor review on this one, saying that it's actually smaller than what it used to be. I guess it's not as large as it once was, which that I found interesting. I had no idea until I read that review.
I've never been a huge Amazing Grace fan, but not a bad.
I definitely think the Amazing Grace chimes are good, and I have one myself, but I just think they get a little bit more attention than what they deserve, so they're slightly overrated, just a little bit. They're still good though. Don't get me wrong. I still like them.
Chime. Amazing Grace Medium. I feel like this is the most popular Woodstock chime
It
ever.
is.
I feel like everybody has one of these at
Yep, even I have one.
least. The Bells of Paradise 44-inch. It's a good chime. Hot take.
I love the 44-inch Bells of Paradise.
Take though, I know some of you like the Bells of Paradise better than the Wind Singers. I'm kind of a normie, and I like Wind Singer better. I know you can come after me.
Okay, I like the wind singer chimes of the Phoenix better than the bells of paradise, but I think the bells of paradise are a bit better than all of the other wind singer chimes. Well, okay, the really large bells of paradise though, the one that's the same size as the wind singer chimes of King David, I don't like the extra large bells of paradise. Um, Mostly the 44-inch is the one that I really like.
But I don't I don't mind the Bells of Paradise 44 inch. It's not one that's really high on my list, especially for the price. Not a huge fan of the green one, though.
Really, that's my absolute favorite. I love the forest green. I really like the bronze too, though.
I like bronze. I think if I were to get one of these, I'd get the bronze one. Evergreen, Chimes of Neptune, not the best color. There's a lot better encore colors than that.
Though I was originally going to get the Chimes of Neptune in silver, but I got Evergreen instead because it was the cheapest one I could find. The cheapest Chimes of Neptune I was able to find was in Evergreen, so I was just like, okay, whatever.
Chimes of Comfort is really stupid. I'm
It is stupid. I hate that one.
pretty sure this is just the Amazing Grace medium. Let's
It
listen.
is. It has a different sound recording, but don't let that fool you. It sounds exactly the same as the Amazing Grace medium. It's pointless on so many levels. What's the point?
Yeah, that is. It's look. They look the same. Amazing Grace medium, Comfort, same price, 60 and 60. Like why?
Different wood finish. That's
I don't
it.
get it. I do like
It's just a different wood finish and a different name. That's it. It's really stupid.
the bronze looks decent on Amazing Grace medium, and it's like the bronze is cheaper again. I don't know why that.
That's weird.
Also, like the Chimes of
I
Earth.
like the Chimes of Earth. Yeah.
Never was a huge take me out to the ball game.
Yeah, I don't really like that one. I never cared about it. I just I don't know. I think the notes on it are kind of stupid.
Chime fan just doesn't interest me. Um, I like the Bluebells of Paradise better than that Rainforest Green one, so that's not a bad
I really like the rainforest green. That's always been my favorite.
color. Love, love, love Space Odyssey.
That's a good one.
Probably one of the best sounding Woodstock chimes in my opinion. What is this one? Oh yeah, this is the one that's the Seascapes Large is the one that's identical to Lun. And they kept this one and got rid of Chimes of Lun because
They should have gotten rid of that Seascapes chime instead. I mean, they already got rid of a Seascapes chime anyways because some of you may not know this, but there was a third Seascapes chime at one point. There was one to Medium Morning Rose, which is the one that I have. So they could easily get rid of the other two. Well, the Medium Seafoam Green, that one's fine because that one is unique. It doesn't sound like any other Woodstock chimes. Well, aside from the Medium Morning Rose, but they already discontinued that one anyways.
this one comes in two sizes, I guess. This one it doesn't look bad though. Like I wouldn't if I didn't already have the Chimes of Lun, I wouldn't mind that one. But I don't know what this one is.
Really? That one's been around for a while.
Sounds like Chimes of Pluto, but with one less note. So
Kind of. I hear a little bit more of a difference, personally.
I'll pass on that. This one is cool. Crystal Silence.
That's one I've never been a huge fan of. I much prefer the smaller one. Sorry, hold on a sec. Ugh. Sorry, sorry, allergies. I'm very prone to winter allergies for some reason.
This is a good Sullivan's chime, I think. That's one of the better ones that Sullivan's has made.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones. One of the very few Sullivan's chimes that isn't complete garbage.
And I really like that. Not a huge fan of this Adagio
I kind of like that one. It's not a bad one.
Spanish Garden one. Just doesn't really sound that great to me. I don't like the small Amazing Grace. They're too like high pitched. Yeah, no. This one's a good one.
I
The
like that one. I like that
Butterfly
one.
Farewell, Magical Mysteries. I like this.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Earth again, Pluto. I'm glad they still keep Pluto pretty cheap compared to like the other ones. Like Pluto's like not a bad value. Some of the other prices are like on some of the other chimes on here, just like
Some of the images they use nowadays are shit.
ridiculous. Westminster. I'm not sure if the Westminster is identical to Venus, if they have the same notes. They sound
To me, they sound similar, but not identical.
like pretty much the same, but I'll have to look at like the note chart. Uh, Pretty good chime though. I don't mind this one.
I like that one.
I love the Gregorian baritone, but I don't love the $200.
Love the chime, hate the price. That price is absolutely stupid. If I can find a cheap enough one on eBay, I'll definitely get it.
Price tag. Like, if this wasn't so much, I would get a new one since my
Fun fact, I was actually going to get this one on Amazon because I think it was actually kind of cheap on Amazon for a while. And just as I was about to buy it, I go on to find that they raised the price. They bumped the price back up, and it became unaffordable. And I was like, damn it, what am I going to do now? So I got the Chimes of Neptune instead, which was probably a mistake on my part because the Chimes of Neptune had already, because it was off of Amazon, and the Chimes of Neptune had already kind of, gone to crap by then. They didn't do that with the Gregorian chime baritone, so, but whatever. I don't really mind the new Chimes of Neptune as much as other people do, but it still doesn't sound great.
baritone is falling apart, but I love how this it's an 8 tube and it's a like medium large chime. It's just a great sound to me. Mindfulness chime, not a huge fan of
I
those.
kind of like
I
that.
don't like the Black Bells of Paradise. What is this? I don't mind the Bells of Paradise 54
I
inch.
kind of like that.
It's the same notes as Orpheus, but Orpheus has way thicker tubes, so it sounds less clangy. So I would definitely get an Orpheus over this, but this one doesn't sound bad. This is an interesting color. This
I do not at all like that color. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Mm-mm, no, not for me. That is not a good color.
black teak. I know, like, a lot of you probably don't like that combo, but I think that's
I think it's a bad combo. It doesn't, at least for the Encore chimes, I think it looks really bad on the Encore chimes. I do not like it. I don't think it looks good at all.
actually a pretty cool color combo,
Mm-mm.
and it's pretty unique.
I 100% disagree on that. I do not think this is a good color combo at all. Just no, absolutely not.
So I like that.
And also, it's a color combo from Sullivan, so yeah, big surprise there because most of what Sullivan's makes is shit.
Don't even get me started on this one. I'm not going to play the sound file.
Yeah, that's the same color I have too because I've always kind of liked that one. So
Hate the chakra chime. No way. This is overpriced. The Amazing Grace medium with the
that is overpriced, and $10 says that they're just using the stained glass wind catcher as an excuse. I bet that wind catcher is the only reason as to why it's that much. They're just making lame excuses. That's pathetic.
stained glass. No thanks. And I should have been
The healing chime is overpriced, but It's still a good chime. I like that one.
Included this one, the healing chime, in my most hated Woodstock video because I cannot stand this chime. I think it sounds so annoying. It's
Really?
ugly, and I don't like that style of like the rows of chimes instead of like the traditional round.
I've always liked that one, the healing chime.
Seascapes medium. What does this one sound like? Sounds all right.
Yeah, I like that one.
I love Eclipse. It's my probably my favorite encore chime.
Yeah, I want to. I definitely want to get an Eclipse one day. I like that one. I'm trying to remember if that's a Sullivan's chime or not. I'd want to say it's not. I think it's pre-Sullivan's, but I could be completely wrong.
The mindfulness large kind of reminds me of the chimes of Baja. It looks like similar with those like the note spiral. I don't know what you'd even call that, but
Mm,
yeah, evergreen. Chimes of Ireland. That's not a bad chime. Oh, it's on sale.
I like the chimes of Ireland.
I like that one. Not a big craftsman.
I like that one. That one's one I wouldn't mind having.
I don't like any chime that has square tubes. Just not for me. I
I like those.
don't know why.
I absolutely love that one. That one sounds great.
Not a huge fan of this one. The Taj
Really? Wow. I love that one.
Mahal. That's probably my least favorite Magical Mysteries. I just don't
Okay, the 68-inch Bells of Paradise. I'm not a huge fan of that one. That's one I've never really cared for.
think it sounds great. Gregorian Alto, that's a good one. Okay, I do not like the Bells of Paradise 68 inch.
Yeah, that one's not really my thing either.
I just think it sounds very hollow and not resonant enough.
Yeah, yeah, that was the word I was trying to think of earlier. It doesn't resonate very well.
I think Apollo, even though I don't really like the chimes of Apollo either, I think Apollo sounds better.
I will have to agree with you on that, honestly.
It's just, I don't know, something about this Bells of Paradise 68 inch and the Apollo, I just not a huge fan
I think this one is also kind of overpriced.
of. Affirmation charm over the rainbow. Yeah, that one sounds kind of boring.
Yeah, that one is kind of boring. Not one of my favorites either.
I love the Gregorian tenor. That's a
Yes, I definitely agree with you on that one. I love the tenor.
really nice one. Nice 8 tube.
Okay, the amethyst chime is one that Sullivan's ruined because they decided to change. Because the amethyst chime used to look really nice, but Sullivan's decided to change the look of the tubes, and now it looks like complete shit. The tubes, just the overall look, it looks so bad now because Sullivan's they not they not only changed the appearance of the tubes, but I think they also changed the texture. It's just the tubes now just have this really funky. It just it's kind of ugly now. I just think it used to look so much better. The Sullivan's just completely ruined the amethyst chime. They also changed the image for it, and the image is also shit. That is a very low quality image. It's hard to even fully tell what the chime is. If the older images, they're much more up close. The background is better, and it's just easier to see what it is. The images that Sullivan's now puts on the website, just no, just absolutely not.
I, that's kind of a neat color. I don't mind that. That like
I've always liked that one. To me, it sounds somewhat similar to the Chimes of Kyoto, just a bit softer, but I still like it. It's not identical to the Chimes of Kyoto. As long as it's not identical, I'm okay with it.
I don't even know what color that is, but I kind of like that. What else we got? This Amazing Grace Heavenly, that's not a bad chime in my opinion, like, but I'll show you the problem I have with the Amazing Grace chimes if we look at the note diagram. So even though it, um, what does it say? Six tubes, even though it's a six tube, shit, I didn't mean to add that to the cart.
Two of the tubes are the same length. So it pretty much plays the same note twice.
God damn. So you got one note here. This note is identical to this note. This note is identical to this note. So it's really
Oh. Oh, I did not know it was I thought it was just the one note that played twice. So really it only has three notes then. Three individual notes. Oh wait, no, four I meant. I mean, oh my god. Ugh, I'm out of it. That's actually kind of lame. I mean, at least they still sound good, but damn.
only one, two, three, four different notes on
Wow, that is that's kind of depressing. For some reason, I thought it was just the one note that's repeated, but no, it has two notes that repeat. Wow, that's kind of sad for a Woodstock chime.
all the Amazing Grace chimes, and I don't really like that. I think if it's going to be a six tube, it should be six different notes. But regardless, it doesn't sound bad. That's just my preference. Sounds similar to the Gregorian baritone, just with half the notes. I love this color. This is one of my favorite
That's a good one.
encore colors, the verdigris or whatever. I just really like. I would love a Chimes of Earth and verdigris or the blue wash. Those are my two favorite. More. I don't like antique silver. That's
Yep, I don't like that one either. That's a bad color.
a bad color in my opinion. It just looks like tarnished. Not
Mm-hmm.
my thing. Mm, Chimes of Orion.
I kind of like that one.
I kind of like the Chimes of Orion. It's not high on my list of ones to get though, but I wouldn't mind it. Not a huge Paco Buchanan fan, even though I have one of these. It's probably my least favorite Woodstock chime that I own. What else? I don't know what these are.
That one's literally just the chimes of Bali with a cross as the wind catcher, so I'll pass on that one.
I like the Bells of Paradise 32 inch. I know I said I like Windsinger better, but I think this is a pretty good sounding smaller chime.
They still sound good because I know if you hear them in person, they still sound really good. The thing is that the sound they changed the sound file for the 32-inch Bells of Paradise on the website, and the new sound file is just absolute shit. I can't stand the new sound file.
I just don't I like this like the traditional colors. I like the bronze. I don't like the new like monochrome.
I absolutely hate the monochrome Bells of Paradise. They are absolutely disgusting. I hate, and I mean hate those. Absolute dog shit.
Crazy colored ones. Okay, I'm not a fan of this color either.
I don't like Harbor Gray. That's kind of ugly.
This Harbor Gray. That reminds me of the antique silver, and I don't like that. Olympus, love Olympus. It's a classic.
Love the Olympus, yes.
More stupid bells. Okay. Hate the Clair de Lune. That just looks unnatural. Like,
Yeah, I don't mind the sound of it, but the appearance is just it looks so wrong. That's yeah, I don't really like the way it looks.
what is that? And it sounds equally as bad. Oh, yeah, that's rough. That's only 2 stars. This isn't a bad one.
Yeah, that's one of the better chimes from Sullivan's.
I know I said I don't like how Amazing Graces only have the 4 notes, but the Magical Mysteries one makes up for it with its octave doubling. That's a cool sounding one. Hate the Blown in the Wind chime sounds bad.
I've always kind of liked that one.
Black and Teak, that's I kind of like that,
Yeah, that one is just so not my thing. Just absolutely not.
honestly. Tibetan Prayer chime.
I like the Tibetan prayer chime.
What does this sound like? Sounds alright.
I like that one.
Not a huge Gregorian soprano fan, again, too like high pitched. And no, 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 no chakra chime.
Well, what about the smaller ones? Are the small ones okay at least?
I like the Singing in the Rain ones, especially
Yeah, again, one of the better Sullivan's chimes. Okay, I don't like the medium cross Amazing Grace because it's just well, okay, I like the fact that they put a cross on one of their wind chimes. I honestly do like the fact that they put a cross on the Amazing Grace chime. That I do like. I just don't really like the wood finish on it. I feel like they could have picked a better wood finish, but the cross I do like. I think that's a nice touch. But just the wood finish, I just don't think the wood finish fits it very well. Maybe it would have. I don't know.
the large one. That's a
The singing in the rain chime also has that wood finish, but it doesn't look. But it doesn't look bad on the singing in the rain chime. I just don't think it looks good on the Amazing Grace for some reason. I don't know why.
nice. I'm pretty sure that's a Sullivan's chime too.
It is, but it's one of the very few good Sullivan's chimes. I think this is actually. I think this is probably their best work. I think it's definitely what they did best.
But I really like them. More variations of Amazing Grace. Like, how many variations are they gonna make? The Amazing
It's a marketing thing because the Amazing Grace medium it's the most popular Woodstock chime, so of course they make more of them so that they can make more money. That's all it is. It's just about the money.
Grace. It's ridiculous. Love Orpheus.
That is definitely one of the that is definitely one of the better the Windsinger chimes because I've said it before. I'm usually not a huge fan of the Windsinger chimes, especially King David and Hera, because I think those just sound a bit too harsh. They're just a bit too deep for my liking, and just the notes I just think just yeah just very deep and harsh. Just not my thing. But Orpheus is a good one. Orpheus and Phoenix are definitely my favorite of the Windsinger chimes.
If I were to get an Orpheus, though, I prefer the silver. I've seen
I wouldn't care either way. I think both silver and black look really good. But if I ever do get a Windsinger chime, the first one I ever get will probably be the chimes of the Phoenix because I love, love, love the chimes of the Phoenix. I would love to have that one day, but of course it's another rare one. But if I ever do find one, I might get it. I don't care which color it's in. I might get it either way if it's cheap enough. Which I mean, it should be because it's the smallest of the Windsinger chimes. So if I do find one, it shouldn't be terrible in price. But we'll see.
like when people get the black wind singers, they like the paint like can chip really easily and it like tarnishes almost.
Good
So I
point.
think the silver would just hold up better in the elements. Bali, I love Chimes of Bali. That's a nice
That's a good
classic
one.
one. Love this blue wash
Yes,
earth. That's
that
probably my favorite encore
that's a good color for the Encore chimes. I really like that one. I think if I ever get a Chimes of Earth, I'm probably going to get it in blue wash.
color. And I hate these black. Alto. I think I don't know what else. One's come in this solid black, but that just no,
I've always kind of liked that one.
not for me. These are just. I would love to get this Encore. I mean, Chimes of Neptune and the Verdigris if they didn't sound like shit now. Like if there was like an older one that sounded good, that would be my preferred.
Well, the thing is that there actually isn't any there actually isn't such a thing as a verdigris chimes of Neptune that sounds good because the thing is, the verdigris chimes of Neptune was made by, you guessed it, Sullivan's. Yeah, the verdigris chimes of Neptune is a Sullivan's chime, so it doesn't matter where you get it, it's not gonna sound good. Hate to break it to you.
Color for a Neptune. What else we got? Now we're just getting into like the random stuff. Okay, another black on black. I don't like that,
That one to me looks nice. I don't mind that.
especially on Chimes of Earth. I think that looks really bad. I don't really like the Chimes of Saturn and Titan.
That one I like. I mean, to me, it kind of sounds similar to the Chimes of Venus, just with one less note, but again, not identical. I've always kind of liked that one.
They just, I don't know, they're kind of a funky sound and funky size for me. This is kind of a interesting one.
I don't really care much about that one, honestly.
Again, another Amazing Grace variation. Like, I think this one sounds good, but I don't know.
Eh.
It's expensive, first of all, and I don't really see the point of it. Like, it sounds just like an Amazing Grace.
Also, that second image there, I hate that image. That is such a shitty looking image. I can't stand that. The older images just, I think, look so much better. Both the regular images and then the background images that they did outside. The images now, the newer images, just do not look good.
Large, but a little better. But I wouldn't buy it. It's too expensive, obviously. Chimes of Province. I liked the old color scheme on Province better with like
It yeah, it looked better when the wood was more of that greenish color.
the greener color and the lighter color tubes. I don't know, they still sound the same, but I'm just not as big of a fan of this blue on blue. This is a pretty decent Sullivan's chime.
I'd want to say that one is actually pre Sullivan's. I don't know.
That I kind of like that one. Chimes of Mozart. I used to like this one. It's not a bad chime.
I much prefer the medium one, honestly. I think the medium one is the best.
Like sound, but again, first of all, it's only a 5 tube, and second of all, again, look, it has the duplicate note thing that I don't like. So really, it's only four, four different notes. And okay, this one's kind of interesting. This like reminds me, it looks like a JW Stenard Moonlight, but it only has 6 tubes, and I'm pretty sure the Moonlight has 8. It doesn't sound bad either. I just think the Moonlight sounds way better,
Yes, most
and that
definitely.
is pricey. $100 for that, like no.
Oh, there's the Awakening Bell. I never really liked the Awakening Bell because that one is just, yeah, no, that the Awakening Bell is kind of insulting to my ears, honestly. It's just, yeah. Again, just it's another one that I find to be way too harsh.
Kyoto, that's a classic. I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Don't did they just literally just up the price $50? Because I swear to God, when I was like doing like a video or something the other day, it was 900, and now it's saying it's 950. Get the fuck out of here. That's
Yeah, I can't say I blame you for throwing that F bomb there because that is insane. Damn, now they're just being greedy. What the hell? Jesus.
fuck that. You know,
Yeah, yeah, no shit. Oh my god.
I'm giving. I know you can't see me right now. I'm giving the finger to Sullivan's right now.
Right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. Yeah, because you know what? Fuck Sullivan's.
If they think they can
Yeah, I'm with you. I absolutely, you know what? I hate Sullivan's at this point because they completely destroyed what was once a great company. Woodstock Chimes has just completely been ruined by Sullivan's because they just do not take the company. They do not take Woodstock Chimes seriously at all. I mean, I understand Gary Kibisad retiring, but my take on that is after Gary Kibisad retired, they should have um they should have temporarily shut the business down and then reopen it once they find someone who can take over that'll actually take the company seriously because Sullivan's is not taking the company seriously. Clearly, they just took Woodstock Chimes over for the money. That's all they care about. They just want their money, and the price bump they did to the Chimes of King David shows that it's just about the money for them. They just took over Woodstock Chimes because they saw it as a good profiting method. That's all it's about. It's just about the money. It's what I keep saying. They just want their money.
charge like 950 for a made in China chime. The freaking music of the Sphere's bass, even that thing is cheap.
Yeah, even that's cheaper. If they keep going the route that they are, then this is going to eventually get to the point where it's even more expensive than what is it? Is it the 70? This I think the 78 Corinthian bells. It's going to become even more expensive than. It's going to become even more expensive than that if they keep this shit up.
Than this, and that's a made in the USA chime. It's not quite at the level of the 78-inch Corinthian.
I remember the prices on the Grace Note chimes. They never. I don't think any Grace Note chimes cost this much because I think even their largest chimes, like the Majestic Morning and the Deluxe Treasure of Heaven and the Deluxe Himalayan Echo, I don't even think those cost as much. And those things were beasts in comparison to the chimes of King David. But I mean, that's Grace Note for you. They were always one of the better wind chime companies because they always kept their prices more reasonable. So yeah,
But I'll give points to the Corinthian over this because at least that's made in the U.S. and it sounds better. But that's
oh yeah, Corinthian Bell sound way better because, like I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of the chimes of King David because, like I already said, I think it just sounds a little bit too harsh.
fucked. I can't believe that. This is a I like this. The Rainforest Bali.
Yeah, I really like that one. I think the bronze tubes with the green wood. I think it's a really good color combo. I don't understand the name for it though. Why didn't they just because all it is just a chimes of Bali with bronze tubes and green wood. So instead of calling it the Rainforest Chime Bali, they should have called it Chimes of Bali Green Wash or Chimes of Bali Bronze. That's what it should be called. But other than that, it's a good chime. I like it.
Even though it is a Chimes of Bali, that's a cool color scheme. That green and that
Yeah, I love that color
bronze. I
scheme.
really like that one. I also really like the Celtic chime.
The Celtic chime is a good one. I especially love the wind catcher. I think they actually changed it though. I think it looks like they're using much smaller agate slices for it. Because I remember if you look at older images, you'll see that the agate is much smaller. And I know the agate slice on mine, which I got. I think I got mine in oh shit, I'm trying to remember. I think it was 2018 I got mine. Yeah, I'd want to say it was 2018 I got mine. And the agate slice on mine is much smaller than what's shown on this image. Not a complaint or anything, just a simple observation.
I've always liked just how it sounds and looks. That's a good one. Bavaria, I like that color too.
Yeah, that's another one that has a really good color combo, and I love the sound of that one.
That dark green, and it sounds pretty good as well. I like the Tuscany
Love Tuscany. That's another great one.
probably the most out of Tuscany, Province, and Bavaria, but they're all really good chimes, the three of them. I've never liked the stupid
Yeah, I've never liked that one either. That one's kind of stupid.
horse one.
If you're Windchime fan, if you're watching this and you haven't yet watched, if you haven't yet watched my video where I talk about some of the worst pre-Sullivan's Woodstock chimes, you should definitely watch that because, spoiler alert, I do talk about this one in that video. So you should definitely watch that video if you haven't already.
It doesn't sound good, doesn't look good.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't look or sound
Calypso
good.
Island. That's a nice one. It's a nice smaller one.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
I'm pretty sure
I would definitely say I like all of the magical mystery chimes except for my sweetheart. That's the only one I'm not crazy for.
they discontinued the My Sweetheart one, which was really similar to this. I can't remember what it sounds like though, for the life of me.
It pretty much just sounds like Calypso Island, but worse. That's all I'm gonna say about it right now.
But I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm pretty sure it's gone though. Yeah, there's Tuscany. Tuscany is cool because it's a nine tube, and I don't really know any other nine tube chimes. Is this the one that the Tree of Life is the Parch replica? Oh yeah, that's
They didn't even bother giving it a different sound recording. That's just lazy.
same as Parch, same sound file. They should have kept Parch. I don't know why the hell they have that.
I also just for a lot of the more recent Woodstock chimes images I've seen, pretty much their main images, I see that Super Tree of Life chime a lot, which to me is kind of proof that Sullivan's is really just trying to take over.
Bach. I used to like the chimes of Bach. They're just not for me anymore. I just don't like that. Like high. It's a little high pitched for me. I'm not huge into that. I'm also not a fan of the bronze wind singers. I think the bronze should be just left to Bells of Paradise. Because when I think of wind singer, I just think of, silver and black. So, okay, why is my thing frozen?
I don't know.
Okay, we're back.
Ugh, I hate that one. That stupid Tree of Life chime there.
Here's my next hot take. I like Athena. What? Why is it glitching? I like Athena
Athena's okay. It's not a bad one, but I don't know.
better than the Bells of Paradise 44 inch. It just sounds so much more resonant because it is. It has like the tube thickness is like almost twice as like thick, so it resonates longer. And I just really like resonance, so
I don't really like that stupid bell there.
I like Athena better. I don't know. I hate this soloist meditation when it sounds really bad to me.
I kind of like
Um,
that one.
do I have any other hot takes on any of these? Okay, I like this one. That Oh, even that sounds like a parch. That's literally a parch with the wood thing in the middle. No, no bronze, especially not Apollo. Yep, 950. Are you kidding me? Not a big Apollo fan. I like Java though. That's
Java's a good one.
That's a nice one. Okay, now we're getting into like the Sullivan's garbage. I'm gonna go through them fast because I don't have much. Not a big Mozart or Polaris fan. I like Polaris is okay. Not a big Mozart medium guy
I like that one. I actually like that one better than the large and the small one.
though.
I don't like that one. And then, of course, you got all the Sullivan's crap, which I don't like at all.
Love the wedding chime.
That's a good one. Oh, shit, my nose is driving me nuts. Damn it. Ugh. Sorry. I don't know why I paused the video.
And wedding chime again has duplicate notes, which I hate when they do that. It has this one is duplicate, this one is duplicate. So it's an 8 tube, but really it's only 6 notes. But I'll give it a pass because it sounds really good. I don't know anything about these Latin trio ones. I could couldn't give a fuck
I hate those stupid marble decker chimes. The sight of those makes me sick.
about them honestly. These are ugly. I hate these. These decor.
Yeah, the patina green I especially hate. That one looks absolutely disgusting. That has got to be one of the worst color combos I've ever seen. That is hideous. Just you cannot tell me that that looks good at all. It's absolutely horrendous.
What the heck is this?
What the heck is this, you ask? I'll tell you what it is. A fucking piece of shit. That's what it is. I mean, look at that. Come on.
That just I don't know what that. That's awful.
It is. I know. It's pure trash. Wait a minute. The Chem Drop Chime Shamrock. Huh? I thought they discontinued that one. For some reason, I thought that one was discontinued. Did they bring it back? Because I could have sworn that one was off their website for a while. So I thought it was discontinued. Huh. Well, then I guess that's not discontinued, so I guess I stand corrected.
Another Latin. I don't know what do these even sound like?
I don't like that one.
I don't know. Not
That one doesn't sound good.
this. Kind of a boring chime on it,
I think page 7 is pretty much just Sullivan's crap.
honestly.
Oh, well, okay. Well, there's one.
Didn't they discontinue an Apollo? Like they got rid of
Yes, they did get rid of they got rid of the black chimes of Apollo.
the black Apollo or something. I think I if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know.
They did. I made a video about it.
Okay, now we're into like the Sullivan's junk. I don't know.
That one's kind of clanky.
Oh, that's just really weird looking to me. I don't think that one sounds bad, but yeah,
It
here's
doesn't sound
another.
great.
Eh. It's not the worst Sullivan's one though. I'll show you the worst Sullivan's one. Okay, the Love is Love one is pretty bad, but
I absolutely hate that one. Oh my god, I don't do not, and I mean do not get me started on that chime right there. I fucking hate that one. Oh my god, just no. No, no. They need to discontinue that one. That one needs to go. Just let it burn in hell. Just ugh.
this is a bad one.
Yes, I hate that one. It doesn't look like a Woodstock chime. It looks like it looks plain cheesy. Just the materials they used. It doesn't even look like an aluminum wind chime. I kid you not. It looks like they put a bunch of pieces of plastic together and called it a wind chime. And what the hell is that color combo? That is just weird. Just yeah, this is another. This one is very ugly. It looks stupid.
This doesn't even look like a Woodstock. This looks like something you'd get at frickin' Dollar General.
Oh yeah, it does. It does look like something you'd find at Dollar General, and I absolutely hate wind chimes sold at Dollar General. Just those ones that just have that little ting to them, and most of them just those, and they don't resonate at all. They just the chimes at Dollar General just sound awful. Don't get me started on those. I hate those.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Garbage.
Ugly color.
I hate that one. I hate those ceramic discs. I hate the coastal chimes.
Now we're in the. Where's the really bad? Okay, this is not even. This is just
That's a rip off. They ripped off another company there.
they're buying some like wholesale like Chinese junk wind chime and they're slapping their brand on it. Like, because this Woodstock chimes don't have like this big hook. Like that's like the cheaper knockoff chimes. Woodstock chimes only have a loop or the string loop. They don't have this. Like what? That's not even a Woodstock.
Oh, I hate the Dynasty bells. Ugh. Like I said before, just tin cans on string.
These are the ones I hate these. This is doesn't even look like a Woodstock. What is that? I'm not even.
The only thing I like about those stupid things is that they're at least strung correctly, despite having wooden materials, because they didn't use these cheesy tacks. They actually drilled holes on the top piece. But other than that, yeah, it looks absolutely ridiculous, and it doesn't sound good either. Oh, those stupid monochrome bells of paradise! I hate those. Just and the modern chime, I despise that one.
Bother listening to that. They don't even bother showing what this one looks like.
Probably because they don't want everyone puking their guts out from the sight of it.
But this probably looks like
Yet they probably avoid showing the whole image because they don't want to make people sick.
equally as bad.
Ugh, the orange monochrome bells of paradise. That when it comes to the monochrome bells of paradise, the orange one is the worst of the worst. I hate those stupid flower chimes. Ugh, the tropical retreat chimes. I hate those.
If there's one thing I hate more than the monochrome Bells of Paradise, it's whatever you call this.
I hate those. Those are stupid.
I don't.
Ew, just ew, 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 ew. What the hell is that abomination? Get it out of here. Discontinue it, please. Please, that looks so cheap. It looks so cheap. Again, it looks like something you would find at Dollar General. It doesn't look like a Woodstock chime at all. What the hell is that?
Know what I'm looking at. I don't think there's been a worse sound or looking wind chime. Let's see what it sounds like though. It sounds like crap.
Yeah, it pretty much just to me it sounds like the medium bells of paradise. Um oh, what are the words I'm looking for? Uh it pretty much just sounds like what the bells of paradise uh what the medium bells of paradise would sound like if it was made of insanely cheap materials.
Anyways, that's about it. So I'm gonna end this video now so you can react to it, do whatever you want.